Alright guys, so now we're going to take out these thread from the old compressor and transfer them here to the new compressor. You do not want to open these yet. Again, you don't want to have any air or moisture going into the system. And what I'm using right here, it's a E7 size. Alright guys, so the bit on top of this thread is stripped off, but luckily I replaced the condenser and it's literally pretty much a perfect match. So I'm going to use the one from the condenser onto here, which I already fitted. It works fine. So now I'm going to install these two threading into the new compressor.
Yep.
Alright guys, so now we're going to install the oil. I'm going to install the oil where this black bushing is. And this one takes 5 ounces. This pag oil right here is 8 ounces. I put 1.5 ounces in the condenser, 1.5 in the accumulator slash dryer filter. So this one here should roughly be about 5 ounces. Let me just double check. Guys, don't put the 5 ounces in all at once. Just literally do baby steps, little dashes here and there. Because this is not like a regular engine, you know, where you put the oil in and it goes down pretty fast. This is pretty small capacity, so you want to go literally just dashes. And this process can take a little while. Last thing you want to do is overfill. That's what I did, and all like this pag oil started to come out everywhere. Once our oil's in, I'm just gonna seal this up so that way no least amount of air and moisture go in, and we're good. We're good on that part. All right, guys. So this is gonna be the hard part. If you have an extra hand, definitely try to get an extra hand. But we're gonna connect the compressor back. Come on. Now that we have the compressor in, now we're gonna tighten the bolts, and we're just gonna make it snug, tight, and then from there, just don't forget to connect the connector as well. And last but not least, let's get our last bolt on top. It's always good to hand tighten it first as much as you can. All right, this is the hose assembly. Pretty much this part is going to connect from the AC condenser to the compressor right over here. So I'm going to install this right now. And again, you know, pretty much you want to get all new parts whenever you're doing an AC system. Perfect. All right, now we're going to connect this AC hose to the condenser. Again, want to always take out the bushings just right before you can install it. quick tip on this one, you want to use a regular 13 millimeter, simply because it's such a tight squeeze. And this one, play around with for a little while. Let me actually probably get on this side. There we go. All right, now that we got our compressor tightened on, we can install our AC lines. All right, and then you want to tighten the top nut first. Kind of a pain to get in, because remember at the beginning of the video I took out this AC line with the condenser out. So make it nice and snug, and now it's tight. Go. And then now we can connect our other AC line hose right underneath here. Got it?
I think so, yeah.
Wrench it up, make sure it's nice and snug. And then after this, we have to make sure we connect our compressor back on. So I put the wiring right over here. Let me get it from this angle.
Yeah.
Perfect. All right, guys, so we got our compressor in, we got our lines tightened down, we got our AC connector connected. Now we got to put in our belt. All right, now we're gonna grab our belt. I'm gonna start from the alternator, come down the tensioner pulley, up this wheel balancer, harmonic balancer, and finish it off at the AC compressor or maybe at these harmonic balancer. Just depending, I'm gonna have to fiddle around with it. So perfect, as you can see, it's connected to the alternator. I have it on the AC compressor. Just align this. Now I'm gonna grab my wrench and pull back. And there we go. And the one thing you want to make sure is all of this stuff is aligned. You don't want anything, the belt to be popping up, because once you turn on the car, the belt's going to slip and you can actually fry your engine, because your engine will be idling very, very hard. So everything looks good. Everything looks lined up. Nice and tight. Nothing's moving. All right, guys, so right now, since I connected everything, I am vacuuming my AC system, and I had this out for about 30 minutes. As you can see, you want it at the 30. There we go, 30 and the 0, below the 0. Open these up, turn on the vacuum, and I've been having, as I said, for about 30 minutes. I'm gonna shut these off right now, actually. There's so many other YouTube videos on how to properly vacuum the system. I mean, it's pretty straightforward. You just, connect to the high side, low side, you open it up. The first thing you want to do is connect this, and then you connect it here to your pump, and then you switch the on button, and then you open these two up, and then you'll see your needle go from here to here. If it doesn't, if it sticks here, you might want to check your connections here. It does happen sometimes where connectors here or on the vacuum tends to be stuck or something. So just disconnect it, reconnect it. And now that these are closed, I'm going to turn off my pump and give it a wait about like half an hour or so and make sure the needle stays here. If it goes up, then I have a leak somewhere, and I will not be happy about that because I will have to find where that leak is. So we'll give about like 30 minutes and come back, and then I could close these up, take it out, and then add the Freon, which is right there. All right, car is on. We got to turn on AC and we got to put max AC in on the coldest one. And hopefully once Freon goes in, the compressor is going to kick. All right, guys, so I'm going to install Freon. This is the low pressure side. You want to install it. I don't have my grill cover on because, as I said, I changed the condenser. I want to make sure everything's okay. That way, if something goes wrong, at least I don't have to worry about this. This is pretty easy to put back on. And we're going to use this thing right here, turn it on. And this car uses 25 ounces. Right here. And it says right here, it says please release trigger every 15 seconds. And right here we can see that the compressor kicked in, meaning it engaged. So that means the compressor is working. Like the white that you see spinning, that means it's engaged. So this is a good sign. All right, guys. So I'm just driving my car around just to make sure everything is good. Drove it a few miles already, and right over here, you know, the thermostat shows 47.8. So there you go. You know, that's how you change your AC compressor, your AC line, your AC hoses. And as I said, you know, I wish I could made the video of taking out the condenser, but there's a lot of great other videos on how to take out the condenser. You know, so just look for those ones. And again, you don't need to take out the bumper cover, which that's what a lot of people tend to do. But I didn't do it, and for me it worked out great. So with that being said, I'll catch you guys later.